So you have just purged your closet, and your new wardrobe screams nothing less than sleek, sophisticated, classy. You always have someone else tie the knot for you when it comes to your ties that you have been gifted over all these years. But now it's time for you to learn. My name is Charisse Evans, and I am going to be your personal guide to tying the knot. In 17th century Croatia, this is where the tie originated, according to moderntie.com. And in that time, it was also made popular by the French. So there are a few different neckties. There's the tie, there's the bow tie, and the ascot. And you are going to see some examples of that on the screen. So there's the tie, there's the bow tie, and there is the ascot. Okay. Now we're going to go over different types of knots. So with the different types, we have the Trinity knot, the Windsor, and then we also have the four-in-hand knot. So with these different types of knots, the Trinity is going to be the one that is not as common. This is an uneven knot, and it's at an expert level difficulty. I have already tied all of these ties up here for you so you can see. So here's the Trinity, and that's the one up on the screen. These instructions came from ties.com. Here's the Windsor knot, that's also up on the screen. And the instructions for this also came from ties.com. The next one that we have that I've also pre-tied for you, this is going to be your four-in-hand. So this one is more popular. This is also this one's an even knot, and then the four-in-hand is not. So we're going to get into the specifics of the four-in-hand. We're just going to go back a few, and we're going to go over the four-in-hand. So with the four-in-hand knot, there's only a few simple steps. And first, we're going to go over how you identify what is what on the tie. So you've got the front part, then you have the seam on the back. So what you're going to do, if you have a collared shirt, you're going to flip your collar up. You're going to identify which one is the thicker end, and then you also have the skinny end here. So what you want to do is take that skinny end and find your belly button, measure it to your belly button. It's really going to depend on what your preference is, but this is going to make it easier for you to tie. So after you find your belly button and place that here, make the sides uneven. I'm going to come up a little bit closer so you guys can see. We're going to take that thick part. We're going to make that X there, drape it over the front, and then we're going to go to the back. So after we go to the back side, we're going to go over one more time. So after we've done that, we have a hole up here, and then we've also made a nice little pocket right here. So after we come out the other side, we're going to open that opening here by the neck. We're going to pull the tie up, and then we're going to go through that pocket that we just made in the front. So we're going to pull this through the front side, and then all you're going to want to do, you have this part still, and we're going to pull that and adjust it. Adjust it to where it feels comfortable. And then that is your four-in-hand knot. So the next one we're going to go over is the Windsor. So for the Windsor knot, as you can remember, that's the blue tie that we have right here. And we're just going to go back a slide. And this one also has some easy steps. This one is an even knot. This one's one of my favorite ones. It looks really nice. So we are just going to go ahead and do that one. And then after that, we're going to go into some detail about the bow tie. So with the Windsor, you're also going to make it uneven. And then after you do that, you're going to take that thick side, cross it over. You're going to go up, over to one side, over the other side. Oops. And then after that, you're going to go around the front to the back. And this is at a medium level difficulty, through the top. And then you're going to pull it through that hole that you have made. And then you're just going to adjust that as needed. And as you can see, this is a lot thicker than the 4-in-hand. So the next one we are going to talk about is the bow tie. And then I also have some really detailed instructions in the slideshow if you want to go back and look over those. And if you need to pause the video so you can take some notes or you can follow along, you can do that as well. So for the bow tie, there are also just a few easy steps. And this is what it looks like untied. And this is what a pre-tied bow tie looks like. So there are the more detailed steps of the bow tie that you can see pulled up on the screen. And now let's review what we went over today. So today we went over the Trinity, the Windsor, and the 4-in-hand, and we briefly touched on the bow tie. I also have a pre-tied bow tie for you guys to look at. And let me grab that so you guys can see it. So for that red one, this is what it looks like when it has been tied. And as far as everything you have seen today, it has come from realmenrealstyle.com, as well as all the examples and the instructions. The images have come from ties.com, and then the information about where the tie has originated from and the history of the tie you can find at moderntie.com, which we have also put into the slide deck. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And also, I didn't get this on my first try. It took me a few tries. And just remember that if you have a tie, a bow tie, or no tie, just take your time with it. Don't be intimidated. And there are a lot of step-by-step guides for you to be able to tie the perfect knot. So thank you guys again. And it has been my pleasure being your personal assistant today.